How's it going, everybody? For today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at Majsgoop, a collaboration double IPA between Mikkeller and Three Floyd's breweries. So this is a beer that I'm probably mispronouncing the name on. It's Majsgoop, which I can only imagine is Majsgoop. I don't know. That could be like a Norwegian word because Mikkeller Brewery, I believe, is based out of Norway, if I'm not mistaken. And they're actually a really damn good brewery, and so I think it's cool that Three Floyds has kind of partnered up and is collaborating with them. What's interesting, though, is on this side of the bottle, it says the word corn, and on this side of the bottle, it says the word beer. And if you look, there's little corn kernels like flying around everywhere. It's just a weird label, and so I almost wonder if it's like corn Majsgoop beer or if it's corn beer. I don't know, but it's classified as an Imperial or a double IPA. The description on this bottle states, "When Vikings reached the New World centuries before Columbus, they encountered maize. This double IPA by Mikkeller and Three Floyds recreates these voyages in liquid form, bold and explorative." So I'm wondering if this is a corn beer. That's kind of interesting, huh? I'll be drinking this out of my Dogfish Head IPA glass. So I'm gonna get the cap off of here and see what see what corn beer is like, huh? Straight out the color, it's kind of like a rich sort of copper gold color. I'm going to pour this right down the center here. Alright, the head is still forming slowly but surely. Came to about a finger of, I would call that kind of like beige or khaki colored head. Holding it up in the light, it is a little bit murky, but it's a very dark, rich, kind of like burnt caramel or copper sort of color, as you can see here. The smell is decently piney and tropical, sort of. It has lots of pine and citrus, hops. There's tiny little touches of sweeter things like peach and mango, but they're more in the back, and more savory things are taking a step forward. Still citrus fruits, but more savory, like I said, with like pine and hops and things like that. So this is probably going to be, and sometimes the aroma doesn't match the taste at all, but based on the aroma, it's probably going to be a more bitter biased IPA, which in turn usually makes it more, at least as far as I'm concerned, more refreshing, crisp, and thirst-quenching, and less of a sipping beer, which is something I'm kind of in the mood for right now anyway, so let's give it a taste and see if that's how it is. Wow, that is weird. I don't know if I've ever tasted anything like that before. It's initially sweet up front. Man, that is weird. There's actually a lot going on with it. It's got grapefruit, little bits of orange, bitter hops. There's also some kind of sweet malt. But there's this finish to it. It's kind of creamy. I can only imagine that it's because it's a corn beer, I guess. It's not bad. It's just weird. There's a pretty big alcohol presence in this beer. That is just so strange. It's like I guess it is almost like a corny sort of sweetness. You know how like a whole kernel corn has its own kind of sweetness to it, like a natural earthy sweetness? It almost has that in the end, And I feel like, you know how with stouts, if you have like an oatmeal stout, the oatmeal kind of gives it that creaminess. I mean, I'm probably totally wrong here, but I feel like if there is totally like corn going on in this, it gives it like a creaminess sort of, which is good. I couldn't drink this every day, but it's definitely a unique experience for an IPA drinker. It's just like sweet malts and orange and hops that fades into this kind of bittersweet, creamy, earthy sweetness. I want to put it into better words for you guys, but like it's really hard for me to, because it's like nothing I've ever drank before. So as far as a rating goes for this, I would probably give it like a 7.8 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10. It's definitely good. It's just weird. It's definitely not something I would, just go seek and be like, I got to get my hands on more of this stuff. It's definitely not something I could drink often or every day. But it's definitely also something that I think if you're an IPA drinker, you should go out and try just once to have it, because it's a unique experience. Like I say, I haven't ever tasted anything else like it. It's very foreign to me, and that's why I'm having a hard time kind of putting it into words, sort of. So yeah, I would say if you want a unique experience, give this one a try if you ever stumble upon it. If you're really into IPAs, that is, of course. If you're not like super duper into IPAs, you just like to have one every once in a while, this is probably going to be really weird to you, and you're probably not going to like it. But if you're like a really seasoned IPA drinker, and you're up for some different things, like Dogfish Head's Burton Baiting, like a bourbon barrel-aged IPA, or just different, unique things within IPAs, then give this one a try, because it's something kind of weird. Anyway, that has been my review of the Mikkeller and Three Floyd's collaboration Majsgoop Imperial IPA. Hope you guys enjoyed my beer review as always, and stay tuned for the next one.